Hello, fertility friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chrissy. I'm a 42-year-old mom of two, one IUI and one IVF baby, and I'm currently pregnant with my FET baby on the second attempt. So yesterday I had my not 37-week appointment, but I turned 37 weeks last week, and I had my NST and my iron infusion. So my iron infusion was at like 8 o'clock in the morning. That went fine. And then I had my 10 o'clock NST and baby girl passed that. I took my blood pressure, which was like 106 over like 68 or something. So like my blood pressure has been getting better for some reason as I'm progressing. And so far as symptoms, I'm still like throwing up almost every day. There are maybe a day or two in a week that I don't throw up. Baby girl has moved down and she's engaged, but it hasn't stopped the nausea and the vomiting. She's now like so engaged that it's a lot of pelvic pressure. Is getting harder to walk. So like my lungs have a little bit of space. My stomach has a little bit of space because she's dropped, but it's like now she bangs her head and her fist into my cervix, and it is pretty painful. So there's that. I'm still sleeping 3 to 4 hours a night and then taking about an hour nap in the middle of the day. I did sleep last night 6 hours, which was great. And that's mostly because of the iron infusion. I felt fine right after, but in the evening, I got super dizzy, super nauseous, couldn't make dinner. We had to order out. It was really, really bad. Using like my niece has had iron infusions for her pregnancy and she felt that way immediately after the iron infusion, but my symptoms did not come in until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon is when I started to get really dizzy, nauseous. I couldn't really stand up, but it did help me sleep. Ooh, she's like kicking, got her butt rolling here. So other than that, everything's fine. I did decided to start incorporating some more vitamin C. Drinking some more, just drinking orange juice really, because I am leaving the house once a week now to go to random appointments, and I feel like I'm exposing myself more to cold germs. The sinus stuff is still happening with this pregnancy. I had this with my first one. I didn't have it with my second one, but I do know that in both of my last pregnancies, I got a cold week 38 of both pregnancies, because one is born in December, one is born in January. And from just constantly going down weekly to the doctors and just being exposed to a lot of germs, hoping the mask and sanitizing hands is, to make sure I don't get that. But it was just miserable being in the hospital with a cold and going through labor and an emergency C-section and just being in a very, very dry environment in a hospital because they have to keep the air dry. In the mornings, I do turn on the steam as the shower is getting hot, and then I'll get in and leave it on for about 2 minutes and then turn it off. And then that kind of helps clear up some of the mucus. And I'm doing the humidifier in my bedroom and downstairs where I primarily am during the day. So just trying to like deal with this drainage, because it's just like, I just get it for some reason during some pregnancies. Anyway, so I'm going to show you what I'm packing for the hospital. Now, I am in the US and my hospital provides literally almost everything, so you don't need that much. For my hospital, they give, the baby has the blanket that they swallow in, they get the hat, they get the pacifier, you get dry wipes, which you have to use water with. So I am going to pack my own sensitive wipes because I hate those dry wipes, because with meconium, which is what's basically coming out in the beginning, it's so tacky and sticky that it's just harder to wipe with those. I just prefer to start just using the wipes we're going to use at home. So you get the mesh underwear, you get the pads, you get the nipple cream, but I don't like their nipple cream because they just usually use that Medela nipple cream, which is so thick and heavy. I prefer this other type of cream. So you get a lot, so you don't really, and you get the diapers. And the baby really doesn't need to be in a full outfit because they have their monitoring bracelet on, which is like, it has an alarm in it that if the baby gets too close to a window or too far away on the floor, it'll alert. So they really need to kind of, you know, just be in the little onesie and then wrap in a blanket. So you get a lot of stuff at the hospital. You get washcloths and a towel. So it's almost like staying at a hotel, I guess, a very dry hotel. There's blankets for the partner. There's pillows for the partner. But they're not great blankets, so you may want to have an extra blanket. I don't like bringing my pillows. I know a lot of moms like to bring their pillows to the hospital just because it's a comfort. I prefer to just struggle with the hospital pillows because it is a germy place. And I don't want to bring those germs home. I won't bring a nursing pillow there because I don't want to bring those germs home. And I don't bring slippers. I just wear the socks that they give me because I don't want to walk that back into my house. So anyway, in the bag, I have a little travel bag with her stuff. So in this bag, it has her, okay, I'll try to because I'll give you the name later, but this is a nameplate with, it has her name at the top and has date, time, weight, and height. So, and then I put a little pin in there, little Sharpie, so I can, drainage, be able to take a picture with her in there for the announcement. In her travel bag, I have a little pacifier holder, which I'm not gonna take out until we're about to leave. And I will just use the pacifier that they give us until we get home. But I will bust this out to clip when we're about to leave the hospital. It is like cold here. And so she has a little onesie to go under her clothes. I bought two. I'm bringing two just in case there is like some blowout-ish or something before we actually make it out the door. This is her little outfit, little ruffle bottom, and this little newborn outfit. These are the little booties she's gonna wear. Did I bring socks? Yeah. Have a little socks and then put these booties on her, and then she'll be in her car seat with the little bunting on it. I do have two little hats with bows on it. She's gonna wear this one home with the outfit, and this little hat, she will take a picture with the wooden sign with the hospital thing. I'm not buying that cute little name swaddle thing because I don't really swaddle, so I'm never gonna really use it. And then this is a backup little warm onesie just in case we don't make it out the hospital clean. I also have in her little thing, it's called Mother Love Nipple Cream, and this is what I'm going to use because with my second, I did not bring any nipple cream and my nipples were raw before I even walked out the door. And I'm also gonna ask for a prescription for the APO ointment for my nipples because they were like open and sore and bleeding by the time I got home. And so then I also am bringing from my pump, my Motif pump, some nursing pads because I did start leaking in the hospital with my last son. I was just like, I didn't bring any bras or anything except for my going home, and I just had like just leaking down myself, and it pretty much chafed me. So I have that, and then I have my toiletry, my cords, because the plugs for hospitals are sometimes very far away. I have a very long cord, and then I have my little Fitbit thing attached, which I probably won't use. And I also have my toiletry bag with my Zyrtec in it, pads, face pads for my toner, I have lotion and soap and Q-tips and face stuff and like my Clinique wash and just all kinds of stuff in my toiletry bag, which we don't really need to go over because it's just like my normal daily maintenance face stuff. I couldn't find a travel size toner. So I ended up going with some brand that I could find. But I usually use a lot of Clinique on my face. Okay. And for the first day, I will stay in my hospital gown after the C-section because I can barely walk. It takes a while for the anesthesia, the epidural to wear off. So I'll spend the first night in the nightgown. The next day I will wake up, I will take a shower, and then I will put on my nursing nightgown. So this is kind of inside out. Don't ask me why I bought a gray color. I think it's because it was the only one in this size, but I got it off of Amazon, and it's kind of like a little nursing, you see, peekaboo. So I will wear this, and then I brought night nursing bras. These may be too big. I don't know. I just sized up because I was like, oh, my boobs are going to be bigger. And I brought night nursing bras because I'm not going to wear a structure bra in a hospital. So I'll wear these two together. And then when I walk out into the hall, I will put on a cardigan. Barring we, test positive and I'm allowed to walk around, I'll put the cardigan on and I'll have that and the little socks they give me, and I'll walk around the hall and then I'll wear the mesh underwear and the pads. I know a lot of people don't like the mesh underwear and the pads. I actually prefer it because I rather mess that stuff up than my own. And then I bought a second, and for this, then the day after, I bought, because it's 3 nights. So the third night, I have another, and I don't know why I bought 2 of the same color, but I think it was because the sizing, the only thing in a size. So I bought another one of these with another night nursing thing. I don't know, it may be too big. We'll make it work. So I'll wear that the next day, and then the last day I am going to just wear my leggings, my pregnancy leggings that I normally wear. It's pregnancy leggings, a little tank top, pregnancy tank top, and a little sweater thing because I looked at the forecast ahead and it's going to be snowy and super cold. Then I will leave the hospital in that. Now I haven't decided if I'm going to leave the hospital in the mesh underwear or not, but I do have some maternity underwear, which I'm not going to show you, and a pad just in case I want to wear that home instead of the mesh. But I will be bringing home, because they tell you to raid the cabinet, so I probably will bring home a bunch of mesh underwear and their pads to wear at night, because it's just, I find it easier. And I mean, is it comfortable? No, it's not comfortable, but it's practical. I find it to be practical. And then my husband will be packing a Fire Stick to hook up to the TV because you only get like a couple of boring channels. Sorry, just the drainage. So he'll bring in the Fire Stick and some of his electronics and pack his own bag, which he has packed. Because the policy is if you get in there and they rapid test you and you're positive, you have to quarantine. You go to a special floor, to a special operating room, which is pressurized. And they take the baby for 30 minutes, check the temperatures. I think I've told you this before. And then if the baby's fine, then all 3 of you quarantine and your husband is not allowed to leave the room, which is going to be hard because usually they show the husbands where the water is because you're so thirsty after birth. You're like constantly drinking, and he usually go get you water, or he just goes out, and the hospital food is not that great. They do let you kind of order 2 entrees, but it's just not great. The cafeteria food is amazing, but the food that they make for the patients is not great. Um, and so if you're quarantined and you're stuck in that realm, then he can't go out and get you water. He can't, go get you anything else. So then we are going to preemptively pack a snack bag. So we need to get that together. So it's going to be a bunch of bottles of smart water and snacks and stuff like that we can supplement with the hospital food, because it's like you don't know until you get there of whether or not you're going to test positive or not. All of my appointments are inside the main hospital building, not the maternity building, which is separate from the main building. But the main building has lots of, there's like four buildings. There's the building where there's the fertility clinic and all types of preoperative offices. The main hospital where there's lots of doctor's offices, dentist offices. And then there's the surgery for your general surgery building. Then there is the maternity mammogram female cancer building. And then there's the children's hospital, which is one of the top hospitals in the country, attached to the maternity building. So like if anything is very, very wrong with your baby, you want to be in a hospital because you could just walk over the skywalk and you could see it if they have to send it over to the children's hospital. So that's the last piece that we need to get together. So it's not a lot that I packed because I'm literally, the hospital offers so much stuff and I don't want to, like I said, bring germs home, because especially in this pandemic, I just prefer to keep, a minimum of stuff, to bring into the hospital. This is my third go round, so I pretty much had at what I really need and what I don't need. And the first time I overpacked, the second time I half packed, forgot like half my toiletries because I just was so busy with the toddler. But this time, both of my kids are older and they're in school, so I have more time to like think about all of my toiletries that I want and think about how I want to pack and what I want to, bring, and just trying to bring as little as possible. I just didn't want a bunch of unnecessary stuff. The hope is that my husband can leave. So there's like a Walgreens in the building. So if we can like, if he can leave, we can, just run to Walgreens. There's a Walgreens, there's a Macy's down the street. There's just, we're downtown, like the hospital's downtown. So there's, anything we can need, he can like just go out and get, burn that we are positive. So that's great. So other than that, next week will be my very last pregnancy vlog. And after that, I will maybe do a little short to show you the baby, introduce her name, and then we'll go into postpartum, and then we will go into being a weight loss channel, because I've gained about a good 40 pounds from not beginning of this pregnancy, but from the beginning of the first FET, because the estrogen that they give me, I pack on tons of weight from the estradiol pills that I had to take, because the first FET ended in a miscarriage, and then a second FET was successful because we took the embryos out, we thawed them and had them tested, and we found out we had two, and we put one back. So I never really lost the weight between the two FETs from the estradiol pills that I had to take. So I've gained from, I guess that's 2019. Yeah, so I started like October 2019. I started the first FET. So from 2019 till now, I've gained about 40 pounds. I'll probably gain another 1 pound before birth. So about 40 pounds. And I want to get the 40 pounds off. And I'm not saying I need to get it off right away. I am nursing. Sometimes you hold weight when you're nursing. Some women lose tons of weight when they're nursing. Some women hold weight until they're done nursing. I don't know what it's going to be for me this time, because every pregnancy is different. So I don't have expectations from the last pregnancy. So, but I did get a Peloton for Christmas. So that arrives next week. I will write that once I am for sure cleared for exercise. and just, you know, focus on my body, because I think with my second I didn't, which is why I ended up having to lose 90 pounds because I was so child and children focused. I didn't pay attention to myself and do self-care, healthy self-care. I just kind of, I think, self-soothe with food and ice cream. And this time, my mindset is self-care is healthcare. Not like healthcare, hospital care, but my health. So I'm going to carve out the time for the exercise, carve out the time to eat right, carve out the time to get myself together after this baby is born, and focus on that type of self-care. That is all. I will see you guys next week. It's very exciting that this is almost over. I really want this baby out. My son's birthday is Saturday. And so after Saturday, if I can go into labor on my own, that would be fantastic, because my C-section is scheduled at 2 o'clock in the afternoon at week 39. And I get super nauseous and dizzy when I don't eat. So to go that long without food sounds horrible and miserable. And I'll be throwing up bile and stomach acid, because I throw up when I'm super hungry. And so I actually prefer to go into natural labor and then do the C-section. So wish me luck. Send me all your hopes and prayers that I go into labor after Saturday, because my son would have a fit if this baby came before his birthday. So after Saturday, pray that I go into labor naturally before the week 39 C-section, because my C-section is dead on week 39. And so like I don't have to like struggle with not eating for like hours and hours and hours. Oh my gosh, her butt is like in my side. Next week I probably will try to do my last belly shot. Yeah, because I'm too tired to stand up to do all of that. So anyway, I will see you guys later. Comment down below if you're still on your journey and let me know where you are. Click like, share with your mature pregnant ladies, just to let them know, like, there are people over 40 who's, you know, still doing on this journey, because I see a lot of people talk about how, oh, I'm 35 or I'm 37 and I feel so old to be doing IVF and FETs on this journey. Age is just a number. There's lots of people who are doing this over 40. So don't give up, have hope, and just pray, and it could happen. It really can happen for you. So I'm going to stop rambling again, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.